Hello everyone, welcome to another video. My name is Philip, I'm also known as PS or PS Enough, and this is a video from the Pick a Topic, Any Topic tier on my Patreon, where a patron picked the topic that I was supposed to talk about, and the topic for today is a list of the best 64K demos from the MS-DOS era. So anything before 2000 pretty much that was listed. I went to Puet, I checked out the top 12 intros of 64 kilobytes that exist on the intranets, and this is pretty accurate description of what are the most popular at the time. So let's take a look at them. We have in number 12 Disbob from Orange. Orange was very famous at the time. They did a lot of small 64K intros and also demos. They were very active in the late 90s, and Disbob was one of their masterpieces. Music from Dunes, completely mind-blowing, and a code by Galvados, I believe. Also very on point, very dark and ominous and introspective. Really love it. One of my favorite 64K. Disbob by Orange in number 12. In number 11, you have another Orange entry, UM the Robot, also a classic on the 64Ks, was released at the Gathering 96, where he got the first place at the compo. This time was coded by Dune himself. Dune did both the code and the music, and some graphics by their people, some font stuff as well. Very interesting tunnel effects, voxel effects, but really like how the music remains the same, but the graphics change, but then it does it the other way around. The graphics remain the same while the music gets extremely aggressive, and it's sort of the same effect works on both the before and after the music really goes extremely aggressive, which was, for me, was quite a revelation at the time, that you could do non-syncs and get away with it, just because the effect, the visual effect, carries the emotion with it that the music is trying to express. So I was really surprised by that, and it's also one of the 64Ks that I like the best. In number 11, UM the Robot. In number 10, we have Drift by Wildlight, also Finnish production. Got first place at the Assembly 95 PC 64K compo. Used to watch it tons of times when I was a little kid. You had some early 3D already, some fire effect. You had light sources and shadows moving around. You have some fractals in it. Really cool stuff. In number 9, we have Björn by Tapalm, one of my favorite entries by my own group. I wasn't involved in this production, but I used to watch it a lot. I really love how they mix the particle system with the whole lines thing and a background blur kind of effect. Looked very nice. The music was also very on point. Code by Reiska, graphics by Feather, music by Croker. This got second place at the Party 97. In number 8, we have a more recent production from the Party 99. It got first place there. It was made by Droid, Hellfire, and Melwin. And it's called Fuck With Daddy by Howjob. It was a very nice new age IDM kind of sounds with a lot of references to earlier IDM sounds from Orange and that kind of stuff, but with a new fresh vibe and higher resolution that you would expect from a 99 release. In number, I lost count, I think it's 7, we have Jizz by the Black Lotus. Black Lotus was very famous in 97. In the 90s overall. They're still famous today, but at the time they released this series of 64K intros, and Jizz was one of them. This one got first place at Wired 97. It was really amazing stuff, and yeah, not much more to say about it. Some very badass psytrance sound. Takes a very long time to render all the sounds. Soundtrack was mind-blowing at the time, how you could fit that much different kind of sounds into a 64K. And the texture generator, and it had 3D, all sorts of colors, all colors of the rainbow and then some. This was what coined the Dutch color scheme meme in the demo scene, where the coders use all the colors available, and especially Dutch coders like to use all the colors available. In number 6, I believe, we have Viagra by Mueller's. It's a relatively famous demo, but mostly because it got ported to so many different platforms. It was ported for Linux, Amiga, PPC, for Mac, for Dreamcast, for the PSP, for Raspberry Pi. So the code got around a lot of times. It's made by Mueller's, which are the same people who ended up founding Mueller's later on. So code by 216, Curly Brace, and music by LB, doing 64K here, that won Assembly 99 and got the first place there. In number 5, we have Backslide 7, one of my favorite 64Ks of all time. It got first place at Takeover 99. Was coded by M-Rock, music by Yez, and I really love the music on this one and how the visuals fit together with the music to have such an impactful message coming through. It's really about bottled up hatred and frustration. Especially all those demo scene lyrics really became very evident on this release. Really became a masterpiece on the demo scene. Backslide 7 by Hellcore and Omnicolor. In number 4, we have another of the 64Ks by the Black Lotus that were quite famous in the 90s. We have Stash by the Black Lotus, coded by Jace, Probe, or music by Probe, and graphics by Siak. It got first place at the party 97. In number 3, we have another of the classic 64Ks of all time, H Plus by Halcyon, graced work by Croker, Shrine, Ember, Placidy, and Dune. It got second place at the party 98 and became an instant classic on the demo scene. Not the demo scene only, but anyone who likes IDM music, this is great little excerpt how you can make glitch IDM sounds fit in 64K and work so beautifully. So so it feels like you're inside a little bubble for a while there. In number 2, we have Paper by Psychic Link and Acme. Good old Statics doing some code and graphics and music by Vic, I believe. This one got first place at the Wired 96 demo party in Belgium, and also became quite famous mostly because of its cartoonish style look of graphics, and then it drew all the shapes and then it just came to life into this 3D world. So very good idea, very well executed by Statix there, and yeah, second place on the best intros of the 90s. And first place goes to Heaven 7, of course, by Exceed. Picard did some awesome work here, taking ray tracing where people didn't know that ray tracing could go. We had seen other 64Ks using ray tracing very successfully, mostly done by 216 of Mueller's and Kueller's and MFX, which unfortunately were not listed on this list here. But this one, Heaven 7, really pushed the limits on what you could do, and most interestingly, then it was later ported to Windows, and you could have even higher resolution, so you could really see ray tracing every single pixel in a high resolution, and it became a very good benchmark and just a reference. Also, the music was very on point. The whole intro had like a sort of theme design going through the whole thing, which really was not just about the technical aspect of the ray tracing that was being abused here, but also had like this design feeling of a message coming across as well. So yeah, those are the top 12 64Ks of the 90s. Let me know what you guys think on the comments below. Do you think any other 64K would be worth being listed here? Why don't you go to Puit and thumb it up then, so it can become part of the top 12 of 64Ks of the 90s. Yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll probably do a follow-up with 64Ks from the Windows era, probably divided into early Windows era and more recent Windows. I don't know, we'll have to see. But that's all for now. Hope you guys enjoy. See you next time. Bye bye, take care.